Can I actually create my dream fall for under $100? Today I'm challenging myself to stock up on cozy books, fall decor, and even supplies for cozy autumnal crafts and hobbies, all on a budget. Is it possible in today's market? Questionable. But by the end of this video, we'll find out if $100 can buy us the coziest fall, or if I'm completely delusional. Hello my sweet bookish friends, and welcome to the vlog. We have lots of very fun things happening in today's video. If you follow me over on Instagram, you will know that I have this thing called the book bank. And the book bank is basically my savings account for all things bookish. So every time I sell my old books, every time I sell my old clothes, every time I sell anything really that I own, I get to put that money in the book bank. Every time I finish a book, I get to put $2 in the book bank. So over the last couple weeks, I've been selling a lot of my old things, reading a lot of books, and we have now gotten to $99 in the book bank. You're probably like, Faith, why don't you just add $1 to make it 100? Because I like the idea of doing this for under $100. So in today's video, we have $99 to stock up on fall. Is that going to be possible? I don't know. Am I delusional? Probably a little bit, but I like a fun challenge. And I love making myself get creative as well. Like, I've already been thinking about ideas that I can make this more like budget friendly. We are going to be stocking up on our fall TBR, so doing a little bit of book shopping. We are going to be thrifting for a bunch of fun fall decor. And also, I really want to stock up on some fun cozy hobbies for the fall. So I really want to get some new yarn because I really want to crochet either a blanket or a sweater. I don't know. We're going to be taking on some projects this fall. And then also I really want to get some more craft supplies for my reading journal because I've been loving the whole like junk journaling, creative reading journal spreads, all that fun stuff. So that's the plan for today's video. The first thing we're going to do is head to Half Price Books because I do have some books already on hold that I found a couple days ago. So let's head to the bookstore. I had so much self-control, you guys. I found a few things that I probably would have bought if I wasn't on a budget, but since I am on a budget, I'm not gonna buy them. But I did end up getting 2 out of the 3 books that I had on hold. The other one that I had is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. I think it's how you say her name. But I have this through my library. I also have it on my Kindle, so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna actually like buy the physical copy because I don't know if I'm gonna like this book, and I'm not gonna buy it until I know I like it. But I did end up getting A Curious Beginning by Deanna Raybourn. This one is a cozy Victorian era murder mystery type of book. I actually have already read this, but I listened to the audiobook a few years ago and genuinely do not remember hardly anything, but I do remember that I really loved the little romance. It's like one of those romances where it's like they're both infuriating to each other, but they're also like extremely attracted to each other. And I just love that so much. And then the other one that we got is actually a graphic novel, and that is called Lightfall. It is literally adorable. Like, look at that and tell me that is not absolutely adorable. I'm usually not one to read graphic novels, but I've been really in the mood lately for some reason. They just seem so fun and cozy, and I think that this, especially for fall, would be extremely fun because just look at that art. Like, that is so fun. So I'm very excited for both of these. I am going to be rereading this because I do want to read the actual entire series, and these for some reason are so hard to find used, so I have to pick it up when I find it. But I'm going to make my way towards Barnes & Noble, so there are a few thrift stores on the way. So now we're going to be looking for some little home decor items and things. I did just spend $13.76 at that store, so let's do some math here. So now we have $85.24 left of our $99 budget. So let's go see what we can find at the thrift store. So my thrift stores have literally nothing right now. My thrift stores honestly kind of suck, but we're gonna keep going to a few different ones. But right now we are at Barnes & Noble because that was my next closest stop. I have a few books that are on my fall TBR that I kind of want to buy, but I might just end up renting them from the library because I really don't want to spend like $20 a book on my TBR, you know? And I do already have some on hold at the library, but we're gonna look around at Barnes & Noble, see what we can find, see if there's anything else that's like fall vibes that pops out to me. I'm just truly craving like a very cozy fall this year. Of course, during spooky season, I will have some like spooky-ish books, but I feel like I'm more in the mood for like a wholesome, cozy fall. So we're gonna look around, see what speaks to me, and see if I actually end up getting anything. So I didn't end up getting anything at Barnes & Noble, but I think I'm gonna order some things online if I can find them used. I really want to get H.G. Perry's books because that author blurbed, I believe it was Emily Wild's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Loved that book. So I think that that's a good sign that I'll like their writing. The Scholar and the Last Fairy Door and whatever one I just showed, I forgot what the name was, but those are the two that I really want to read soon. I have one of them physically from my library right now, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to it by the time I have to return it. That's the thing about the library, is that I put stuff on hold and then I pick it up and then I can't read it in the time that I get it. That's why I like buying books, because then I just have it and I can read it whenever I want, because I'm a chronic mood reader, and if I'm not in the mood for it, or if I'm reading other books already that I need to finish before that one. So I'm gonna look online, see what I can find. But for now, we are going to go to TJ Maxx. I don't really want to buy anything new. I really want to stick to used, but I do want to get some fall candles. So I want to see if TJ Maxx has any and see if they have any other like cute fall decor stuff. Really all I'm looking for is some cute bookshelf knickknacks and whatnot. And then I am going to get a few new frames to make a cute little gallery wall. And then maybe just a few little decor things here and there. I have literally been out and about all day long. I'm starving. I'm so overstimulated. So you know what time it is. It's acai hour. Okay, game plan. I did not find a whole lot of stuff today, but I think I am going to have to order some stuff online because I went to, I swear, like 12 stores today, most of them secondhand stores, and still just did not find very much. I also think that people just don't have fall stuff out quite yet because as I'm filming this, it is only like August 18th, I think it is today. I don't even know the date. So I think a lot of people just don't have the stuff out yet. And then in a little bit, more towards the end of the video, I am going to completely redecorate my reading room and make it all like cozy fallish. So very excited for that. For now though, I am going to eat my acai bowl, destimulate, and form a game plan for the rest of this video. Okay friends, it is the next day. We are back from all of our shopping trips. So let's do a little haul, shall we? Because I could not find like anything at the thrift stores, I did end up going to Hobby Lobby. And they were having a huge sale on all of their fall stuff. It was all like 40% off. So we only spent, I believe, $40 at Hobby Lobby and got some very fun stuff. But going into my first haul from yesterday, we have a little leaf garland, which I might have to get another one because I think I want to put these on my bookshelves, like on each individual shelf. And I don't know if I have enough. We'll see how long it is. And then I got this cutie little like vintage frame to make a fun little gallery wall above my couch. And then we have the books that I got at Half Price Books. And then I also did end up picking up The Scholar and the Last Fairy Door by H.G. Perry at the library. So that is on my fall TBR. I also got these super, super cute little like acorn lights. I love them so much. And then this cute little like hedgehog guy. I don't know. I just thought he was fun. And then we have a little pumpkin jar thing and then an acorn. I actually got two of these acorns. And then over at Hobby Lobby, I got this gorgeous like amber vase, $5. Not, it was like $4.50. So I think I'm going to put the cute little acorn lights in the jar and then put this on my bookshelf or maybe on my little like ottoman thing in front of my couch. And then I also got these little tea light candle holders. I thought these would be cute on my bookshelf. And oh, I'm so excited for this next stuff. It is mushroom fall, you guys. So I got this super cool little mushroom thing. It is extremely cheaply made though, so it was only like $5, I think. But isn't that so cute? And then I also got two other cute little like mushroom things. And then I got two little cute cozy pumpkins to put on my shelf as well. And then also I got a star paper cutter for my reading journal. I also got some paper craft things. So at Hobby Lobby as well, I got just some different fall themed like papers and things. And then I went over to Office Max and I printed out some fun art because I really want to make, like I just said, a gallery wall above my couch, but I wanted it all to be like cute, cozy fall themed. And I didn't want to try and go like actually find art somewhere because I couldn't find any at the thrift store. So I ended up just finding a bunch of pictures on Pinterest and I like printed a bunch of things off. I'm just gonna put that in the frames and then call it good. I also really want to do a little craft. I saw this picture on Pinterest and it really inspired me to do like a fun little memorabilia frame. So that's what we're gonna be working on today. And then I also printed out out my fall TBR, September TBR, etc. so I can work on my reading journal. So the plan for the rest of this video is I'm going to be transforming my entire reading room into a cozy fall little getaway. This is kind of what we're working with at the moment. I mean, my bookshelves you just saw in my bookshelf like organization video, but like this is all gonna change, and then it's really messy right here, but I want to put some cute decor on that little ottoman thing, so that is the plan. I'm gonna get organized a little bit, form a plan for my bookshelves, and then we're gonna start decorating. Woo! Okay, I think we're done with this room. I did end up getting 2 extra leaf garlands because I didn't like it just up top, but also I feel like it being on all sides of the bookshelves might be a little too much. Please let me know down in the comments if it's cute or if I need to take some down. Either way, the bookshelves are done. I'm obsessed. I'm ready for fall. And then over here, we just did a little gallery wall, changed out my blanket, and put some little cute decor items on this little ottoman. I also did end up going to Marshall's and I got some fall candles. So I did get espresso martini. I love a good espresso candle. I cannot drink coffee because of my stomach, but I love the smell of it so much. And something about the smell of coffee while reading books is so nostalgic for me, because when I was first starting to read for fun as an adult again, I wanted the same feeling of going into like a bookstore coffee shop and, you know, browsing the books, smelling the coffee. I wanted that same experience. So I wanted, you know, set the atmosphere. So I always have a coffee candle in my book room. And then I also got an apple honey butter candle, which smells like a buttery apple pie, apple orchard, just very fall, and I love it. So I wanted to also really quick go through my fall TBR. I don't think I'm going to be doing like a fall TBR or like fall book recs video specifically, but they are going to be like integrated into other videos. So this is my fall TBR. A few of these books might switch a little bit, but for now, this is what it is. So this is my TBR shelf if you didn't see from my bookshelf tour / organization video I just did. So on my fall TBR, I have Immortality, which is the sequel to Anatomy. And this is like a very gothic kind of murder mystery type of deal. It's more just like very gothic vibes. I really enjoyed the first one and I think it's a very perfect like spooky season read. Next, we have Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry. This one I believe is kind of like a crime romance type of deal. I've heard really good things about it though. Next, we have The Mountain and the Sea. This one is a sci-fi mystery thriller type of deal. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it's got sentient octopi, which I think sounds very interesting. And then we have Out of the Woods. This is an adult romance. You guys know I've said it before. I love a good outdoorsy book. I don't care what genre it is. I love anything that's like very outdoorsy in the mountains, hiking, backpacking, camping. So to have a romance that kind of gives those vibes. Mwah. And next we have The Queen of Blood. This is Sarah Beth Durst's other fantasy series. She wrote The Spell Shop, and if you've been watching my videos or if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I absolutely loved The Spell Shop. So I'm just very excited to get into her other writing. And then we have Lonely Castle in the Mirror. This is, I believe, a Japanese translated fiction. I think it's also young adult, and it follows a group of characters as they go through these like magic mirrors kind of into this other world. I've heard great things about it. It seems very like cozy fall vibes, so that is why it's on my fall TBR. And then next we have Killing November. This one is a young adult mystery thriller that's also been on my fall TBRs for the last like 2 years, and I'm most likely going to read it in November for obvious reasons. And then next we have We Were Warned. This is another young adult mystery thriller. This is also a young adult story. I believe it follows, I don't know if it's like a group of characters or just one character or maybe a few characters, but there's this infamous place in their town. Oh, it's a beach resort. And there's been quite a few murders there, I believe. So kids being kids, they decide to host a party at this abandoned beach resort. And what happens? Somebody dies. Next, we have John Scalzi's Starter Villain. This is just another like funny, quirky, cozy type of read. I've only read one other John Scalzi book, and that was the Kaiju Preservation Society. I liked it. It wasn't like like my favorite, but I think I gave it like a 3.5, 3.75. I believe this one follows our main character who is like either trying to take over his uncle's villain business or something, and there's a cat in here somewhere, so it sounds like a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna have a good time with it. Next we have Can't Spell Treason Without T. This is an adult cozy fantasy, I believe. It kind of gives Legends and Lattes vibes because it does follow this couple who opens up, I believe, a tea shop after they had some crazy jobs working for, I believe, the queen. Sounds very magical, sounds very cozy, and you guys know I love my cozy fantasy vibes. Next, I have Crooked Kingdom. Yes, I still need to read this. I fear, though, I've waited too long in between reading Six of Crows that I'm not gonna understand anything that's going on in this book, so I might have to do like a little Six of Crows refresher before I go into this one. Next, I have Sorcery of Thorns. This one has also been on many a fall TBRs, but I swear I'm finally gonna get to it this year. This one is a young adult fantasy. It's got magical libraries. I believe it has a little bit of romance. I've heard great things about it, and even a lot of you guys have recommended it to me, so mark my words, I will read it this fall. Next, I have A Curious Beginning. This is a Victorian era murder mystery slash kind of romance. Next, we have Champion. This is the, I believe, third book in the Legends series, and this is a young adult dystopian series, which I am very much enjoying, but I have taken too long in between reading each book, so I would really love to just finish this series this fall. Next, we have A Natural History of Dragons. One of my friends actually recommended this to me because she said it kind of gives Emily Wilde vibes, which I love Emily Wilde. Anything like academic and fantasy, I love. Anything academic in general, I love. This one you guys probably also saw in one of my more recent videos, and that is Lightfall. This is actually a graphic novel, but it looks so cute and so cozy. Next, we have another graphic novel, and that is The Moth Keeper. This one I have also had for literally like 2+ years, so I have to get to it this fall. I think I actually might be reading this in one of my upcoming videos, so stay tuned for that. Next, we have Wings of Starlight. This, I believe, is a young adult fantasy. It's a Tinkerbell kind of retelling in a way, but it's following Queen Clarion, and I believe the dude from the Winter Realm land. Next, we have Long Shadow. This is actually the third book in the Regency Fairy Tales series. The first one is Half a Soul. I don't actually physically own the second book, so I would read the second book first and then the third book, but this series in general is just on my fall TBR. I really loved Half a Soul, so I'm very much anticipating the rest of the series. Next, we have A Fellowship of Librarians and Dragons. This is the second book to A Fellowship of Bakers and Magic, which was a 5-star read for me, so I'm betting that this might also be a 5-star read. Adult cozy fantasy, great British baking vibes, loved it. And then we have Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. I've never read anything by this author, so I believe I'm going to start with this one because I think I might be reading it in an upcoming vlog. I've heard really good things about this book. I don't personally know how I'm gonna feel about it because I fear it might have a few elements that I usually tend to like avoid in books, but we'll see. I don't know yet. From what I've heard though, it's pretty good. The next 3 that I have are actually under some decor items I have right here, so I'm not going to actually bring them out. But the first one that I have is How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories. This is like the novella short story thing after the Cruel Prince trilogy. I still have not read it, even though I read the Cruel Prince trilogy years and years and years ago. I don't know why. I just haven't read it yet, but that is on my fall TBR. And then I'm Afraid You've Got Dragons. This, I believe, is another like cozy, quirky, funny fantasy. I don't really know what it's about, if I'm being honest. But all I know is that it's cozy, quirky, funny, and it's got dragons. So what else do I need to know? And then lastly, we have The Wild Huntress. I believe this kind of gives like the Hunger Games vibes, but if I'm remembering correctly, it has either like Scandinavian mythology, folklore type of stuff, or some kind of like mythology tied to it, which sounds really fun. And I feel like I've seen pretty good reviews about it so far. So that is my fall TBR. Because I got 2 extra leaf garlands, I did end up spending like $105 instead of $99. So did I successfully stock up, prep for fall for under $100? Not really, but also if I hadn't have gotten those 2 garlands, then yes, I would have. So kind of, not really, but kind of. I hope you guys had the best time with me on this fun little journey of preparing for fall on a budget. Let me know of any fun plans that you guys have for fall. Also, let me know what's on your fall TBR and if you have any book recs for me, because I love cozy reading in the fall. Fall and winter are like my favorite times to read because A, I cannot go outside, too cold, and B, something about like fall and winter just feels so cozy and like the perfect time to cuddle up with books. So lots of fun videos, lots of fun reads coming up. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah!